Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for Monday the 21st of June going through until Sunday the 27th of June 2021. Thanks for joining me. It's really a pleasure to be with you today. I've had a look at what's coming up this week, and the key things that jumped out at me this week is that it's quite extreme in terms of your relationships. You're going from one place where hopes and dreams are realized and you're getting on really well with other people, and where you have mentors in your life and where you're able to socialize really well. And then the other extreme, that people really let you down and you feel a sense of bitter disappointment. So it's quite extreme in terms of the way this shows up during the week. So I'm going to give you a rundown of what is happening each day and what you'll be working with. So what I do with these horoscopes, I look at what the planets are doing up in the sky and what energy they create amongst themselves and how that's going to influence all of us down here on planet Earth. So these readings are for all signs of the zodiac and they're for everyone who watches. Okay, so on Monday the 21st of June, we have the moon in Scorpio, which really gives you a great depth of feeling and an ability to kind of put your finger on what's really going on. If someone's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, you'll pick up on that really easily. It opposes Uranus in Taurus, the planet of major disruption and change in the sign of Taurus. Practical circumstances could suddenly and they could change really significantly without any warning. Okay, the Scorpio moon also squares Saturn in Aquarius, so the rules, other people's opinions are quite big and imposing on your life, and it trines Neptune in Pisces and Venus in Cancer. So Neptune and Venus, those are both the planets responsible for love. Venus is the personal planet of love and beauty and creativity. Neptune is the outer planet of love and love for humanity and the greater good and all those things. So emotionally, you're going to feel quite certain of yourself, and that creates a conflict with these really overbearing opinions of other people or society or what you feel you ought to be doing, the rules. The Scorpio moon also sextiles Pluto in Capricorn. So again, more change in a practical sense. And it quincunxes Mercury in Gemini and Chiron in Aries. So we've got a lot happening here. Mercury on the 21st of June. This is the final day that the communication planet is in retrograde. So we're coming to the end of that. So communication could still be somewhat stifled on Monday, and you may pick up something or get a takeaway from a conversation or a statement that really isn't the main point. So you may misunderstand things a little bit. So try not to jump to conclusions, and before you kind of respond or react, double check that actually you've got the right message, okay? So with all of that energy coming together on Monday, there may be a lack of acceptance around the way things are, and that may bring up some resentment in you. And you may also be drawn to focus on what you don't have in your life. So the misinformed opinions of other people that were only expressed to help. You know, when someone says, well, I was only trying to help you, but the advice or the suggestion is completely off topic or has nothing to do with what you're really going through. Those are going to feel like complete deal breakers to you. You're going to have very little patience for that kind of thing. And that kind of stuff happens a lot in families and with people who've known you for a long time, and people who are kind of going into advice giving mode, and they just kind of throw something out at you because they've kind of checked out already. So that's not going to work. So if you do that with someone else where you've heard the same kind of problem over and over again, and you want to be kind and you want to listen, and you're like, yeah, do this, and it just is no longer appropriate, the other person isn't going to take kindly to that. And if you're at the receiving end of it, just try and keep your cool. So that, because you're so sensitive on Monday with the Scorpio moon, it may cause you actual pain, and it may feel like a major injustice that you just aren't going to tolerate anymore. And you may also be tempted to give someone a piece of your mind. Ultimately, that isn't helpful. It won't make the other person take responsibility. It's not going to cause this aha moment of, maybe I should actually listen to what the other person is saying. If they were incapable of kind of taking responsibility and being present to begin with, then you yelling at them isn't really going to change any of that. So do yourself a favor and avoid that. On Tuesday, the 22nd of June, Mercury does go direct, finally. It's been in retrograde for the majority of June, and it causes everyday kind of little headaches, little problems, transportation issues, communication issues, the computer doesn't work, things aren't where you left them. It's that kind of, trivial kind of stuff that doesn't show up for you and that blocks you in life and makes things that should take a minute take 10 minutes, and it can frustrate you. So with Mercury going direct, communication becomes easier, and making mistakes that involve communication aren't as common. The moon goes into Sagittarius at 55 minutes past 2 in the afternoon, and that's based on Europe time. So if you're in a different time zone, just take that into account. It's a gradual shift though, so don't get too hung up on that, I would say. The moon in Sagittarius is really positive in the sense it looks to the future and it looks at what is yet to come. What can I still do? It's not looking at the past and kind of lamenting that. It's really saying, okay, I'm still here. What am I going to do next? The Sagittarius moon then squares Jupiter in Pisces. So that's really interesting because a square causes friction between two planets. But this is good friction as far as I see it, because Jupiter in Pisces is really spiritual, and Jupiter in itself is the good luck planet. So your sense of, I am able to deal with things, I'm able to handle things easily, that really expands, and then it combines with this sense of adventure, and it's like, I can do whatever I want because I'll be able to handle it. It's really good. It also trines Mars in Leo, which gives you a real sense of drive and confidence, and it quincunxes the Sun in Cancer. The Sun in Cancer connects you with that part of yourself that allows you to take care of other people. So you may feel that that's somewhat incongruous to the day before, but things kind of clear up a little bit and relationships are easier, and you're not going to be at the receiving end of things that seem useless, and you're not going to get as frustrated about those. You'll have more patience for other people. So on Tuesday, there's this sense of spiritual optimism and a sense that you can experience a reality which is far less complicated. Little things aren't going to bother you as much. And things clear up as well with Mercury going direct. So do the things you enjoy and get some time off for yourself, especially if you're working a lot or if you're even working too much. Make sure you give yourself some time to just enjoy your life and to recharge your batteries and to do something nice for yourself. You'll really get a lot out of it. On Wednesday, the 23rd of June, this is a great day. We've got the Sun in Cancer forming a trine with Jupiter in Pisces. So you being yourself and you being your loving, nurturing, usual self, it really supports you and benefits you. So sometimes you have to kind of compete, or you have to kind of get into tough mode to get things done. On Wednesday, you don't really need to put up some sort of facade or what's it called? You know, when you, an affectation of strength. You can just be yourself, and simply by being yourself, good things will come to you. Other people will resonate with you. You'll exude this loving, positive, kind of down-to-earth and relaxed energy. And that's going to create a really positive response in the actual world. Venus is also in Cancer. So there's a focus on the family and a focus on really using your energy to take care of other people and to give it to other people. It opposes Pluto in Capricorn. So Pluto is major change in a practical sense. So this is interesting because it's, do I take care of people or do I try and amend my whole life? And it's much more about connecting with others and taking it easy and giving yourself a break as well. Saturn in Aquarius sextiles Chiron in Aries. So now the problematic relationships that you had at the beginning of the week, those are really, they really even out, and you experience the opposite. You experience really good relationships which feel supportive, and you feel like you're getting something by taking care of other people and then getting something back as well. The Sagittarius moon squares Neptune in Pisces. So this is really great in the sense of going on adventures and trying out new things and really feeling a sense of approval from yourself. If I can dream it, if I can feel it, if I can consider it, then it's good enough and it's something that I should be doing. Also, watch out for your dreams. They may really inspire you. And if you're trying to do things like astral projection or to have some sort of a spiritual breakthrough, Wednesday is really good for that. It also opposes Mercury in Gemini. So you're not so focused on the details, you're much more focused at the bigger picture and having a good time in your life. It sextiles Saturn in Aquarius and quincunxes Uranus in Taurus. So whereas at the beginning of the week, some of the suggestions weren't particularly helpful, now you get suggestions which can really change your life. So what's that saying? When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Or you may even be the teacher who has something really insightful to say to someone else. So there's a wealth of positive emotion floating around on Wednesday the 23rd. And you can enjoy that by going on trips, by meditating, or by getting creative with art or music or working with crystals, anything like that. Love may shake the foundations of your life in a positive way. So that could be that a partner surprises you with something really wonderful that you didn't expect, or you meet someone new, but it gives you a different outlook on your life. Relationships continue to feature largely because someone's approval may feel like a cool, soothing balm which encourages you. It's like, okay, John says I can do this, therefore I can. It's just amazing. So you really get a lot from other people being in your corner and kind of backing you up. You may find a conversation leads you to some sort of a breakthrough and gives you the motivation to achieve the impossible or what seemed to be impossible before the conversation. So you really get a lot of fuel for the things that you want to do via other people on Wednesday. On Thursday the 24th, we've got the Sagittarius moon forming a quincunx with Venus in Cancer, and that's really lovely as well. It's like I want to go on an adventure that makes me feel loved, that makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself, and like if you're in a good space in your life, it really benefits you to take a moment and to say, do you know what, right now things are good. Rather than focusing on the next problem or what you need to do on the Monday or whatever it may be. This is a moment where you can just say, right now, I can pay my bills, I'm in good health, I can do everything that I need, so I might as well enjoy myself. So it's really simple and uncomplicated. The moon enters Capricorn at 3:05 in the afternoon. That grounds you much more and allows you to see things in a black and white way that says, is this useful or is it not useful? And combined with the Mercury communication planet being direct, it really helps you sort the good from the bad much more easily in your life. There's a full moon in Capricorn happening at 8:40 in the evening. That's when the sun in Cancer and the moon oppose one another. So I'll make a separate video to go into more detail on that. But as far as this weekly horoscope is concerned, there's this sense of self-care that abounds, and you're able to use that in a practical way to do nice things for yourself. So I don't know, if no one is sending you flowers, maybe send yourself some flowers, or go have a spa day, or I don't know, go window shopping. Do the practical, simple things in life that give you a sense of pleasure and joy. The moon also quincunxes Mars in Leo, so optimism and fun and the energy to do that. Saturn in Aquarius, and it also sextiles Chiron in Aries. So again, the connections you have with other people, those are going to feel really positive and like you're being supported, and they give you a greater sense of self, as in I can do these things. I'm allowed to do them. I give myself permission to do them. So on Thursday, you really love to travel, to learn and to experience new things, places and people. You're super reliable and you're able to keep all the plates spinning. So that means you're able to carve out some time for yourself and you're able to take care of your obligations. Oh, here we go. It's Sunday again, so I don't know how long this is going to last. Okay. I'm just going to close the door. Not that that's going to make much of a difference, but I'll be right back. Okay. Yes. So you're really on top of things on Thursday, the 24th of June. So do the things that you need to, like all the work stuff, and then plan some free time for doing something that you love. So eating out, going on a trip or spending time with friends and family. It's really the perfect vacation day where you can do the emails and get things done that you need to do, but then you're also able to enjoy some time off. Okay. Friday, the 25th of June, Neptune, the outer planet of love and beauty, that retrogrades. So Neptune, when it's direct, it can kind of create some fog in your life and it can kind of make it difficult to see what the way forward is. And you have to really use your intuition to make sense of things. Your circumstances may be a little bit fuzzy or unclear, and it's difficult to navigate. I actually like Neptune retrograde because it connects you with your inner world much more, and you're able to listen to your own internal guidance system, and it just makes more sense. So your dream life may be getting bigger now. So earlier in the week was probably a bit of a preview of that kind of thing. And you're able to tap into the spiritual side of things much more easily. And when you do that, you're onto a winner, because if you listen to your higher self and your intuition, you're not going to go wrong because it wants the best for you. The moon is in Capricorn, so that's a nice kind of combo because you have this inner world, which is like an ocean of emotions and intuition now that really guide you. And with the Capricorn moon, you're able to translate that into practical action. It squares Chiron in Aries, so again, doing things for yourself that are positive is going to feel very nurturing and healing. It trines Uranus in Taurus, so you can affect real change by doing that. Quincunxes Mercury in Gemini, so things continue to feel uncomplicated, easy, and straightforward. And it sextiles Neptune and Pisces. So the Capricorn moon and Neptune, they form a real relationship. So it's like there's a bridge between the inner world and the outer world. So the world starts to make even more sense, and it feels really straightforward and easy to deal with. So it gives you a lot of strength in terms of saying, okay, I can handle what's coming my way. You'll experience some sort of achievement in your working life on Friday, the 25th of June, or you'll find that you're super productive in other areas of your life. Things where you can get things done. Things where you can get things done. That's a lot of things. Okay, so if it's not work, like tidying up your flat, or applying for filling out the form and sending off the application form, looking at your calendar and your schedule and organizing that. Dreams can come true, so take risks, especially if a positive outcome seems unlikely. You'll be surprised. On Saturday, the 26th of June, we've got the Capricorn moon forming a conjunction with Pluto in Capricorn. So you can really focus on things that are practical and grounded and down to earth, and you can really make huge inroads to anything you're working on. And it opposes Venus in Cancer. So the self and kind of taking time off for yourself, that seems a little bit further away, and you're more interested in applying yourself to practical matters. The moon enters Aquarius at 4:09 in the afternoon, and that really lifts things and makes you more appreciative of ideas and communication that's going on. The Aquarius moon quincunxes the sun in Cancer, and it opposes Mars in Leo. And that's somewhat problematic in the sense that you have this great appreciation for what other people are thinking and saying, but then also you want to take care of yourself. And if things don't fit that framework or what it is you want, then it could cause some frustration or resentment the way it did earlier in the week. So we return to that energy of Monday that was present there. Something that you'd pinned your hopes on may not deliver in the way you wanted it to. And that's why it's important to take risks on the day before, on Friday the 25th of June, because the outcome is much more likely to be in your favor on Friday, whereas Saturday it gets a little bit, it's 50-50. So if you get a lecture on why you should have known better, so something disappoints you, something doesn't work out, and then someone in your life comes along who's trying to help or trying to educate you and lectures you about, this, you should have seen this coming. I mean, why didn't you plan more, or why didn't you read the sign, or whatever it is? That is going to have a really intense effect on you, and you may launch into an attack of self-righteous indignation, I've put down. Because you're like, okay, I've had this disappointment already. That's bad enough, right? You supposedly care about me. Why aren't you kind of helping me through it? You're not doing that. On top of the disappointment I've already experienced, you're now lecturing me on it. I'm not going to put up with that. And after the last few days where things have been easy, with Saturday coming along and then things being really difficult in terms of why am I being misunderstood, or why does everything have to be so difficult? You just don't have the patience for it. So launching into an attack and really going after someone, it's not going to change the initial disappointment, and it's going to cause you another disappointment and bring a conflict into your life. So rather than go for that, really try and avoid mouthy people who offer unsolicited and, importantly, incorrect opinions and advice. It's not your job to correct them, and it's just going to make your life even more complicated, so try and avoid it. So if you have a difficult relationship with someone who always says the wrong thing to you and it gets on your nerves, then really don't let them into this big disappointment and expect to be comforted on Saturday. It's just not going to happen. On Sunday, the 27th of June, we've got Venus going into Leo at 6:27 in the morning. And that's nice because that makes love really uncomplicated and easy. I love what I love and I'm entitled to pursue it. Simple. The Aquarius moon opposes Mars in Leo. Yes. So that kind of burns away this difficult energy of Saturday, the day before, and it really puts you back in the positive place with your relationships and connections to other people. So the Aquarius moon opposes Mars in Leo. It conjuncts Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, that's partially why as well, because you feel more part of something and you see things the way other people do. It squares Uranus in Taurus, trines Mercury in Gemini, and sextiles Chiron in Aries. Okay, so again, this is difficult to navigate, right? Because on Saturday, someone comes at you and says something that really gets on your nerves. Sunday, you really have the potential to be mentored and for someone to drop a hint or to make a suggestion, which can really be life-changing. So how do you go from one to the other? That can be frustrating in itself. And approval, again, on Sunday is going to feel very healing. It's like, oh, someone thinks I can do it. Someone believes in me, therefore I must be able to do it. So on Sunday, the anger of the previous day kind of dissipates and you return to this easy sense of fun and optimism. You get on well with other people and you enjoy their company. It's a great day, therefore, to attend anything that involves other people. So to socialize or to go to a workshop or seminar and to chat with people and to make new friends. If you're feeling less stimulated intellectually and you just need a break, it's a great day to sit around with your friends and to chat and to have a barbecue or to share some food, have a drink, whatever it is, and just to have a good time and to socialize and to enjoy the company of others. So there we go. So that's what I get for you this week. I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. And I think ultimately the way to navigate this is not to look at, the days, because you don't want to shut yourself off completely, because there are really wonderful opportunities to be taught and to have great suggestions made by people who are in your life. And some of you will say, okay, I'll take the good with the bad and I'll just try and navigate that. Some people will say, I don't want any conflict, so I'm just going to hole up and not talk to anyone. But I really don't think that's the way forward, because these positive suggestions are really important. And like most things on planet Earth, you usually get the good with the bad. So it kind of makes sense that some days it's really, wow, I would have never thought of that myself. And other days it's like, who do you think you're talking to? What? What did you just say to me? Okay. So the best way to do that is to try and just prepare yourself when you are talking to other people, and to realize that you're not always going to get the response that you want, and that is okay, and not to overthink that. And to focus on the good stuff, and to take that away from your interactions, and to minimize the negatives, and not to really then let someone have it. Like, why on earth would you ask me this? You know, have we met? Like, and to really go after someone about like the wrong question or the wrong advice, and to just let it go by the wayside, because like I said, it's not going to make a big difference to really go after someone, and to, because then you're educating them, right? Because you're saying, well, if you actually paid attention to what I was saying, you wouldn't have asked me that. And that's just not going to bring you closer together. It's not. Especially if that other person is never wrong and is entitled to every dumb opinion, you know? Okay. So that's what I get for you this week. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. I use astrology, tarot, numerology, and my intuition in my personal readings. To draw up your birth chart, I just need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can rectify your chart. That's also on the website. Check that out to find out the time of birth. But once I have that info, I can draw up a snapshot of this guy at the moment you were born, and it really gives me a lot of information about you. So if you're trying to understand yourself better, or if you're trying to make some decisions, or you want to look at what's coming up in future, when to invest, when to move, what's coming up in love and spiritual development, anything at all really, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, then please hit the like button, share the video online, and click subscribe to join us on this channel. Have a wonderful week, and I'll speak to you for the video I'm going to make on the full moon in Capricorn on Thursday, the daily tarot readings, and then I make little personal videos, so check some of those out as well if you want to check. And I put some stuff on Instagram that I don't put on YouTube, like certain things that, because it's much smaller on Instagram, so I put I put things on there that I don't think are going to be of interest to everybody, like personal stuff. So check that out. It's Gregory Scott 444 on Instagram. And yeah, have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.